Just a little bit towards you, and made a profile, run straight across that one. Oh. And then bring it up towards, yeah, right up towards you.
I am a computer geek, and I am a gadget geek, and I have had several Palms. Actually, I started off with a handspring visor for my PDA, I guess 2 years ago went to a Palm Trio 755, which I liked a whole lot, but the screen was really small. And I had all these people running around with iPhones making me a little bit jealous that they could get real websites. So when Palm announced the Palm Pre, I was very excited. And I actually got mine on the first day they were available, which I think was like June 4th or June 6th. The ironic part was I waited until like 5 p.m. because I had a rehearsal in the morning and a rehearsal in the evening. And I managed to run to the main Sprint store during my dinner break, and they still had some, and I got mine. I was very happy, and I showed it off to everybody that night because I'm a geek.
I have the BlackBerry, and I got my phone because I started a company, and I really needed a phone that was more oriented towards business and email. And so I had a friend that had a BlackBerry, and she really, really liked it. And so I went to the store, and I had AT&T, and they had the BlackBerry plan that I wanted. So I ended up with the phone. I started off actually with a BlackBerry Pearl, and within about 3 months, I realized that I really, really liked it with all the features, and I went to the BlackBerry Curve immediately because it had the full keyboard. And ever since then, I've been really happy with it, and I've thought about getting the touchscreen BlackBerry, but I have not heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm going to just keep what I have because I really like it. So
I have been using PDAs forever, like Cindy. I started with a handspring visor, and just went on PDA after PDA from there. And at some point I thought, you know, I've just got to merge these two worlds. I've got to get something that'll allow me to do, you know, web surfing real time. I like to be as connected as possible. So I looked at the iPhone, but there's just something inelegant about repeatedly jabbing the screen with your forefinger. And so
we'll get into that.
So you know, I wanted to wait till the G1 came out, and I was going to kind of compare the three major platforms that were out at that point, and I did, and Google had me from the word go.
I'm the iPhone guy.
I think it's Brandon.
Like several other folks at the table, I've tried other platforms as well. I guess actually you could consider it my first kind of smartphone. I had a Nokia 3650 that I would tether with my Windows Mobile Pocket PC so I could surf the web on the Pocket PC. That wasn't the greatest solution, but that was the best that I could do at the time. I tried BlackBerry after that and wasn't quite thrilled with that, but again, that was the best option that was available at the time. And then when the iPhone came out, being a long-time Mac user, I pretty much had to try it out. I skipped the first generation, got a 3G, and have used it for the past year. And then this past June, when the 3GS came out, I actually happened to be on a vacation in New York City the day it launched. And the vacation was planned ahead of time, so not that big of a geek today.
Just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Since it was launching the day that I was going to be there anyways, I went ahead and used their online reservation system and had one reserved for me at the Fifth Avenue store. So I was one of the first 10 people that came out of the store with the 3GS the day they launched. And so CNN was there with their cameras and interviewing me and everything, so it was kind of cool. Never had that happen with my BlackBerry.
With the iPhone, because that was really the only other thing I compared it to, I was like, how am I going to learn how to use a Mac operating system when I've never done it before?
I don't mind having it be a little thinner than this. I mean, this is a bit thick for your pocket.
I actually like not having the physical keyboard because I can sit stealthily in a boring meeting and tap away without people hearing click, 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 click.
Nothing, you know, nothing personal against the iPhone. I'm just pretty happy with what I have. So
Specifically that I hate iPhone, but I dislike the proprietariness of Apple, where you know, you have to use iTunes, and I hate iTunes.
I love iTunes.
Oh, I despise iTunes.
Get something that's lighter, that's speedier, that's a little bit more solid, but still has a physical keyboard. You know, I'll consider it. Where whatever carrier has it.
I think everybody likes their phone for a reason. If somebody comes out with a new cool phone that actually does everything I want it to do, which hasn't happened yet, not a single one of these phones does everything I want it to do, then maybe sure I'd jump ship, but.